What's up, Buttercups? It is me, Amy Young, and I'm coming at you with a Friday freestyle and a super cool announcement and special invitation that I will be making at the end of the video. Please stick around, especially if you're from Canada. Stick around to the end. You'll be glad that you did. Even if you're not from Canada, stick around to the end. Oh, sorry, I think I have a hair in my face. Let's talk, man. Oh my God, I was doing some thinking earlier today. I was thinking about like moments in your life that completely change everything, but like you didn't know it at the time. Like, I mean, it's some, like basic stuff is like when people are like, when I met the person I was going to marry, I had no idea. When I applied to that job, like on a total whim, and look what happened. When I decided I was going to, get the plane ticket, like little moments that you never could have imagined would completely change the course and trajectory of your life. I have a story about a cool moment like that from my existence that I would like to share with you, which is so bizarre when I think about it, because at the time, like, I had not a clue. So years and years ago, I was living in New York. I was trying to be a fucking actor, and I was having a terrible time. I was like not a happy camper. I was waiting tables at a restaurant and generally just feeling really sorry for myself and freaking out about my existence. Coaching, YouTube, it was like not even a twinkle in my eye. I think I was just at the point where I was like starting to maybe think about uploading videos, but I was like scared and didn't know what I was doing. And I was just like, a lot of calling mom and dad and freaking out, a lot of looking at my bank account and feeling really sad. Fun times. But I happened to go into work this one afternoon at the restaurant, and I happened to wait on a table, of a bunch of people who were working on a TV show down the street, and I happened to strike up conversation with this one guy who was in town for a few weeks. I didn't know it at the time, but he's a very successful celebrity, comedian, TV personality, actor type, whose identity I will protect. But we started chatting, and he was like, I'm only going to be in town for a few weeks. I don't really know a lot of people, but if you ever want to like grab a drink or something, let me know. So this guy and I ended up hanging out, and it was the first time I'd ever spent time like with a professional funny person, like someone who was making a living in the comedy world. And I remember like hanging out, and we just like were laughing nonstop, and we were riffing, and like, just I was being like my goofiest, funniest self, and he was like, you're really funny. Like, have you ever thought about like stand up and stuff? And I was like, like maybe like once, but I'm not like, that sounds really scary. And he's like, you should think about it. Like, you're really funny. And I remember being like, wow, okay, this professional funny person is telling me that I'm funny. That feels kind of cool. And I like remember so vividly that week having this little extra like boost of confidence and feeling like I'm a fucking funny person. Like, I've always been curious about stand-up. I always thought I was too like chicken shit to do it, but maybe I should like give it a try. A few days later, he invites me to his comedy show. He's like, come check it out. You'll get to meet a lot of my like stand-up friends. It'll be really fun. I get there. He like brings me over to the bar, and he's like, Amy, hi, these are my friends I want you to meet. Grace Helbig and Mamrie Hart. And I was like, freaking out internally, very cool on the outside, because I'd been watching their videos and I loved and adored them. And I was like, I watch your videos and like, I love and adore you. And they were like the coolest, nicest, happiest people. And I even told them, I was like, I've thought about like making videos before, but I don't know. And they were like, you totally should. That would be so cool. Like, just do it. You never know what could happen. Like, and God, it's so funny thinking about this, because like I even remember having a moment like standing at the bar, like looking around, and this guy left to go get ready to do his set, and I'm like chatting with Grace and Mamrie, and I remember being like, this is fucking weird. Like, this is weird that like YouTube is something I've been kind of playing with the idea of for a while, and like I've always been curious about the comedy world, but never really thought I could do it. And I'm like, look at where I am. Like, and this feels really like natural and like it makes sense, and I feel comfortable and I feel like myself, and this is really fun. I'm having such a good time. I was like, this is kind of strange. And obviously, the story of how I got from there to here is a long and fucking winding journey that I cannot fit into this singular video. But my point is that, we fight really, really hard in our lives for a sense of control or a sense of knowing about our path or our purpose or our journey. Like, we really, really want to feel like we're, at the helm of the ship. We're the ones really like directing the course here. If life has taught me anything, and this story is just one of, dozens of examples I could provide, it's that we really don't have to be in control. We really don't have to know. It's actually kind of impossible to know. And the best thing that you can usually do is kind of get out of your own way and just start like paying attention to opportunities or little tiny trails of breadcrumbs that are being presented to you, because those surprising, life-changing, trajectory shifting moments aren't going to be like lightning bolts out of the sky. I mean, maybe for some people, it's never been really quite like that for me. It's more like, yeah, you're hanging out in the basement of this comedy club and you're like, wow, this world seems kind of cool. I think I kind of like this world. Maybe I could like do more of this. Or it's like, I have to go to my stupid waitressing job today. Like, I wish I didn't have to go. And then you meet this guy who opens up this door for you that he didn't even know he was fucking opening up for me. He was just living his damn life. I was just living mine. And believe me, like, it never went anywhere. We parted ways and that was it. But if it hadn't been for, those couple of weeks of unexpected interaction or surprising adventure, I can honestly say I would not be sitting here talking to all of you. I wouldn't be. And I had nothing to do with orchestrating that. Like I said, I showed up to work. I happened to meet this guy. We happened to grab a drink. He happened to invite me to his show, and I happened to say yes all along, which is always part of it, is saying yes and participating and signing up for stuff. But I was not in charge. I did not orchestrate that. I did not make that happen. And the really good shit in our lives is almost never there because we had to orchestrate it or fight tooth and nail or work really hard or have a sense of control or taking charge or knowing what we were doing. Think about the best relationships, the most meaningful connections that you have in your life. Your best friend. Did you have any clue that that's who that person was going to be in your life? Or did you just kind of like show up one day and bump into that person and kind of realize, I think this sort of makes sense, and it felt very natural and easy and flowy and like, oh cool, this is happening for me. It's usually a series of wondrous happy accidents. That's where the good shit comes from. It's not when we are stressing ourselves out and feeling like we're on the wrong path and wondering like, well, where's the door that's going to open up that will allow me to walk into the life I know that I'm supposed to be leading. It doesn't work that way. Life is never going to like toss up a neon sign that says like, your purpose is over here. And you can just like go there. What life does is much weirder, but actually a lot more fun in retrospect, is it will toss out little trails of breadcrumbs to you in the form of weird guys that come into your restaurant, in the form of books that you feel drawn to read and you're not sure why, and it'll change your life, in the form of friendships that arise and percolate that end up becoming completely life-informing. We are so not in control and it drives us fucking crazy, but the good news is that we don't have to be in control and things usually work better when we're getting out of our own way. all you have to do is pay attention to the breadcrumbs. And there's breadcrumbs everywhere. And if you think that there are not breadcrumbs in your life, then I want you to go back and notice, when did things actually work out really perfectly and in my favor? And honestly, how much did I have to do with that? Because usually we don't have a whole lot to do with it. Usually it's like cool stuff just happened. It's weird to think about. It's kind of frustrating to admit, because God, we really, again, like we really want to believe that we can like take control of our lives. I don't need to be in control of my life. My life is really, really good at being in control of itself. I really just want to be an excellent passenger, and I want to enjoy the ride, and I want to get out and take in the scenery every once in a while, and I want to say yes when other people that I feel good about want to come in on my ride with me, and I want to say no when I see freaky ass hitchhikers and things that give me a bad vibe. I want to lock the door and say I'm going to stay on my path. Trust the journey and the path and the fucking breadcrumbs. Stop working so hard. Chill out. It's all good. Everyone I know who is living their best life, my best life, hashtag my best life, they all have the weirdest, most happenstancey, bizarre stories for how they got there. So bizarre. So that's how this shit works. It's fucking mysterious, you guys. Let go of the reins. It's okay. It's cool. I have so much more to say about this, but this video is getting really long and I want to make my cool announcement. I am going to be speaking at a conference in Vancouver, Canada this July 9th and 10th. I would love to see you there. I can't even tell you. It's the Masters of the Universe conference. It's being put on by Mark Groves, my friend over on Instagram at Create the Love. There's a link in the description box if you want to get tickets so you can come see me speak and see all of these other amazing people speak about passion, purpose, meaning, and creating a life that you feel fucking fantastic about. And I would love to meet and greet you and just like hug you and probably cry together because I'll be so happy and excited that you're there. There's an early bird special on until June 16th. You can get discounted tickets at the link below with the discount code Amy. Discount code Amy. Don't forget that. That's my super cool announcement. So if you're in Vancouver, if you would like to travel to Vancouver, I will be traveling to Vancouver to speak there. It's going to be such a blast, and it's going to be like such great stories and just really good vibes, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited to visit the city. Oh my God. I'm rambling. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you want to see more of me on a regular basis, like even more, you can go to amyyoungcoaching.com and leave your email address there. Don't leave it there, sign it in and submit it, and then you'll join my email list and you'll get an email from me every week. I would love to connect with you in as many ways as possible. Join the team. We have a real good time, like real good. Have a great, great, great day, night, weekend, life, wherever you are in the world. I love you. I believe in you. I believe in your path. I want you to relax. I want you to let yourself off the hook. I want you to admit that you don't know what you're doing, and that might be a very good thing. Kisses, and until next time, I'll see ya. We gotta like take him off the penis pedestal. Take him off, dethrone that motherfucker, and be like, I'm just gonna have a conversation. It's not a big deal.